Hey guys, welcome to Movie Roulette. Real quick, the way these videos work is I have a list of thousands of movies. I hit the shuffle button and I watch whatever it spits out at me. Now, if I haven't seen the movie, I try to guess what the movie is about based simply on the title and the year it was made. That's all I know. Then I watch the movie, find out how wrong I was, and then I rate the movie, rank it on the list of movies that I've seen so far. And then at the end, I hit shuffle again, and you find out what next week's video is. And these videos come out every Wednesday and Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time if you want to follow along. Let's get into the video. All right, I'm hitting shuffle. Let's see what we got. All right, focus features, I'm going to say 2018. Let's see. 2016, I was close. And this movie is called Nocturnal Animals. What's it about? Alright, so nocturnal animals. He's not a nocturnal animal. What do you think, Remy? What do you think? I think that I probably shouldn't take this so literally. Probably not about nocturnal animals. So I do think it has to do with something at night. So I'm gonna say it's a nighttime heist movie. And they have to go into the secret organization to shut it down from the inside, but they can only do it at night. I'm probably way off, but we'll find out. Thank you, Shuffle. Nocturnal Animals was a great movie that was almost greater. So basically, in some ways, this movie is somewhat like the last movie I watched that was the worst of the worst. It was about a woman that was an artist that didn't do art anymore. However, the difference here is that we had good acting, good dialogue, and we had two storylines that at the first didn't seem to correlate, because it's a woman that is on her second husband in a obviously failing relationship, and her first husband writes a book. And it's this suspense thriller type story about revenge. And in the end, it becomes apparent that the two stories, while vastly different, have that same underlying narrative of revenge. I understand why the ending is the way that it is, but I wish they would have had just a touch more to kind of verify that the ending is what it is. And I don't want to give anything away, but the ending took me out of it just a little bit. So I was ready to give this a 9 or a 9 point something. I was ready for this movie to be that movie that got past the 9, but the ending took me out of it a little bit. Once again, I understand why. I'm not saying the movie should have ended any differently. I get it. But at the same time, I don't get the satisfaction. And by the way, my prediction was wildly off. It was wildly off. This movie was, the way it started, I had no idea what I was in for. Because the opening credits are done to a bunch of very large, very naked women dancing. Everything's flopping around, and I'm like, I had no idea what I was in for. I'm like, what is this? Does not set the tone for the rest of the movie at all. But it was great, but it wasn't great, if that makes any sense. So, where does it rate on the list of 23 films? Yoink! There it is. Number 1 at 8.6. I felt like it was the number 1 movie that I've seen so far. Even with the ending, but not quite cracking the 9 scale just because of that. So, but I do recommend it, guys. It's kind of a roller coaster, and the writing is great. The acting is incredible. And even though like part of the story is a story within the story, it's really good, and it's compelling, and it's gonna keep you into it. And it's about 2 hours long, which is kind of perfect. Just a little under 2 hours. So it was a great movie overall. But I guess it's time to see what is next. All right, I'm hitting shuffle. Let's see what we got. 20th Century Fox. It seems 1999. Oh, way off. 2016. Keeping Up with the Joneses.